Hey, welcome world to our last episode of season one, New York Lifestyle, with me, Calvin Samuel, and my co-host, Ryan Whitfield.
Yeah.
So, hey everybody. So today, we have a few different topics for you. As always, we're gonna talk a little bit about the Wizards' urgence. Are they real? Are they not? The state of the Lakers right now. We're gonna talk about the verses lyrics that Migos had for the reference towards Kobe Bryant. We're also gonna be talking about COVID healthy lifestyles. We're also going to be looking at um, a couple of other different topics as far as tags for players such as Dak, Godwin, Jones, Robinson, and Newton's response to campers, to a specific camper, and the all stars that got picked versus the ones who got snubbed, and Tiger Woods' car accident. So that's our topics for today. So I'm gonna jump in with the first one. Um, let's talk about Tiger Woods' car crash. Um, his car flipped over, from what they said several times. Um, if you have seen any type of news outlet or sports outlet, you've probably already seen this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Thankfully, first and foremost, that he's still living, still among the living. Um, and yes, they had to do surgery on his right leg, as well as put screws in his ankle. And he got a lot of outpour from different people, as far as Doc Rivers, um, Steph Curry, and other current golfers who are younger, who are just hoping that he's going to be all right with his family, as well as Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman and the ESPN family.
Oh yeah. Um, as Cal said, yes. Like it looked like his car like hit a pole, and it ended up in the woods somewhere in California. Like it hit a sign. His license plate came off. Yeah, that. The beautiful thing is that he is still alive. Now,
Yeah,
the bad thing is, yeah, he had to get surgery on probably I think both of his legs. I think his right leg the most.
I had a right for sure.
Now, I know he probably could care less about golf right now. He's just glad that he good. Yeah.
Right. Because family's first and foremost.
Hmm.
Second in them kind of situations there.
Thoughts and prayers to Tiger and his son and all the whole family and everything like that too.
Okay. We're gonna transition over to our next topic, which is the Meek Mill's verses lyrics about Kobe and Vanessa Bryant's reaction towards it. Your thoughts, B?
So at first, before I go in, can you just like read the verse? Even
Yeah,
even even
I'm
though
gonna.
it's yeah,
Yeah,
even though it's R rated, we will say beep beep all that, but it's only a few beeps, but everybody will understand uh, the verse.
right. And I don't have the full lyrics in front of me, so I do apologize. But what I will say is that the article that I got from sportskita.com does have a reference to a line that says, "And if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper. It be another Kobe." Now I'm sure there's other things that have definitely been said, um, but from this article, it states that Vanessa Bryant had an outrageous reaction to it, and
Mm.
justifiably so, talking about her late husband. Um, Thoughts on it? Was he out of bounds?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I do want to give a shout out for me trying to do a line about Kobe, but that's not the way to do it. Yes, Vanessa has 100. It's 110, right? Like basically, how I think how she said it was like you could have said it a totally different way, but that's not the way to do it. Like,
Yeah.
like I know I know she not, she don't have no type of disrespect towards me, but it's she like how she said was like, okay, come on, dude. Like basically how we say in the hood, come on, dude. Like really,
Yeah,
like
come on, bro. Like really?
bruh,
Right.
like he been making all this good music. Now you want to flip up? Come on now.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. Hopefully, he learned from this lesson and is able to find a better way in the future how to handle this or any situation that comes his way that's similar to this.
He could have brought up. He could have said a basketball lyric or something like.
Yeah.
But you choose to bring up the flight. Come on,
All right, we're gonna move on, everybody.
right?
Um, we're gonna go on a little bit of a lighter note and transition in a different way. So let's talk about the Washington Wizards surging.
Oh,
'Cause I do believe that they're surging from what I'm seeing from the eye test. So let's talk about that first.
I mean, 5 out of 6 really ain't that bad. They was like chilling in the basement for the whole first half of the year. Now 10 spot. That means they actually might have one of the best backcourts in the game.
Yeah.
Russell Russell back to his little triple double ways. Bradley Bill is Bradley Bill. They surging right now, man.
So how far do you think they can actually realistically go for the second half of the season?
6 spot.
Okay, I was gonna say seventh. And I was gonna say a possibly second round exit depending on who they face in the first.
Because if they get to the number 6, they're gonna play the 3 seed. Probably be Boston. They can run with Boston.
Yeah, especially how Boston's been playing of late. Most definitely. Staying in the NBA world, why oh why? What are we gonna do about our Los Angeles Lakers? What moves can we make? What are we gonna do? Because AD is not coming back realistically for another few weeks. So, and they may even keep him out beyond that just to make sure he's close to 100%, making a late push. Because right now we're already down 2 spots from first to third, and I don't think that we're gonna catch Utah.
Well, they need to make a move for a big man.
Okay, so who do we get? Like, do we try again with Cousins? Do we get Andre Drummond?
From what I saw today, they might be looking at Hassan Whiteside.
Oh, from Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that actually would be a good matchup for us to have because we really definitely need another rim protector. I like what I'm seeing out of Gasol the last couple games. We definitely have a big game tonight with Utah at 10 o'clock, but that's gonna be tough sledding because they
If we,
are playing
if
out
we
of their mind right now.
if we can get Blake and Hassan Whiteside and don't have to really pay Blake that much, we'll be good.
I think Blake is at this stage of his career where he really wants to win, and he knows that he's not the Blake of Clipper Lob City days. So I think he would be willing to come to play with LeBron and also help us out. And can we get Dennis Schroeder back? Like people kind of underestimate that signing a lot. That signing was big for us.
Well, he's our point guard, so
Take
then
something
yeah,
else strain off LeBron.
yeah. Now, should LeBron get like a game off? Yeah, I believe so because
I mean, I know he doesn't want to because he wants to prove that he's like an Iron Man, and you know, it's like Endgame for Avengers. I am Iron Man and snap his fingers, but realistically speaking,
mhm,
bruh, I mean, as I was listening earlier, you have to choose either your health or you have to choose um whether you want to go ahead and run yourself down to fatigue. Because
now,
what we don't want is for him to get late in the season and he has no, you know, gas left in the tank.
but that's assuming that healthy AD comes back. I mean, when AD comes back, we could probably see him a game or two. But because he's looking at it like, okay, we got a week left until the All Star break. It's
Hmm.
time to grind into the All Star break. As much as these players don't say it, they getting ready for this All Star break. They need 5 days.
And don't be surprised if the reserves play a little bit more than the starters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that's tying into the next thing, right?
Yes, it is. So, what about the All Star selection? Did you like, and who do you feel got snubbed?
So to answer that, we're gonna keep it short and sweet. Okay.
Mm,
My favorite All Star that got picked is Zach Levine. Now the All Star snub, we're probably in agreement on this. Devin Booker.
yeah, most definitely Devin Booker.
You picked
All
Chris Paul.
all
You
respect. All hold up now. All respect to CP3. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect the old head, but put some respect on number one's name. Like for real. He has a tattoo that literally said "Be legendary" because Kobe told him to do that.
but
Come on,
not
man. What's
now
wrong?
not taking a shot at Chris Paul, but in the bubble, who's the only team that went 8-0?
Exactly.
So
And the same team is 20-10 right now
and that was without Chris Paul.
without Chris Paul. Exactly. Now,
So I
is a possibility that he could still get in there
he, I
because Anthony Davis is not playing.
95% I feel Devin Booker gonna be on that team because AD's not
Right. But should he have that been that much of an afterthought? That's disrespectful.
there. Mm-hmm. Now, before we go into the first topic, what you both of us is in agreement on the snub, right? Now, who's your your favorite pick?
Um, I like the Levine option, but low key though, and I know people haven't been saying like much about him. I actually really do like the Julius Randle.
Oh yeah,
So I know people been giving people flack about that, but I really do like the Julius Randle because they have been playing really hard. Knicks have been playing respectable, which is hard to say about the Knicks,
yeah.
but they've been playing ball, and he's been putting up the numbers.
They
So
chilling in the what
all
seventh
season long.
spot?
Yeah, they've been very competitive this year. And I mean, you would expect that under a coached Tom Thibodeau team.
Mm-hmm.
You should expect that. One more thing before we get into our because we do have two more topics. So our next topic is we tagging or we not, and if we
So
not gonna tag them, which team are they going to?
all right, so we got four for the day, right? And we gonna keep it short and sweet, right?
Yep.
So you do the first. first person, and then I'll just give my answer whenever you ready.
No problem. So Allen Robinson, tag or no tag, and which team?
That's Chicago.
Yep.
Mm, I think he's gonna be a free agent. Um, I could see him with like a San Diego.
Mm, okay. I was gonna actually say not tag. He can come on down to Indy because
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna have to get rid of Ty. I love Ty, but I don't see us how we gonna hold on to Ty.
True.
And some people have been saying he might go to Green Bay too. So that'd be a heck of a 1-2 if that does happen. That'd be a heck of a 1-2 with Adams and him. So and Lazard and them and Tunyon and them boys.
We
Let's
going
see.
up. We going up to Green Bay on this one.
You gonna have to, man. Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones.
Um, he's not gonna get tagged, but I think if the Packers are really smart, and as my boy Stephen A. Smith said, Matt LaFleur, if they are smart, they will sign him to like a 3-year deal.
Yeah. I think they're not gonna tag him only because I feel like they still have running backs like AJ Dillon. They have still have running backs like Jamal Williams, and they really can't realistically keep everybody, even though they would love to keep Aaron Jones. So, two spots that I think he would actually flourish in is Dallas. I think that he would flourish being a Cowboy. And the other team that I think that he actually would do really well, that people really aren't giving enough credit to, if he goes to Miami, that's going to be a problem.
I can see that.
So our next one, he has just won a Super Bowl. Chris Godwin.
Hands down, keep him put.
But they got so many people they gotta pay. They gotta pay Shaq Barrett. They gotta pay Levante David. They got Sue they gotta pay. They got Grant they gotta pay. They got AB they gotta pay. And AB's gonna be a priority more than Godwin. And Godwin's gonna want a certain amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I see Godwin not getting tagged. And I see him probably going to some place like Carolina.
Fair enough.
And our last, but not certainly not least, America. I think my co-host knows where I'm going with this. So I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna watch my tongue and be respectful.
Just hurry up. Come on.
Before Mr. 12 commercials himself, Dak Prescott. Now I know what your heart wants it to be. Well, let's see if you're gonna be objective.
I'm not gonna go in today. I'm just gonna answer the question. He's staying in Dallas. Book it.
Okay.
And he's not getting franchised.
Okay. I don't think he'll stay in Dallas because of they keep debating over this 5-year and 4-year. So I don't think that he'll stay there. Where I do think he might end up going to the Bay Area, San Francisco 49ers to link up with Kyle Shanahan.
Move along.
All right. So our last topic to round out is our COVID healthy lifestyles. I'm going to let my co-host lead us into that so we know what the parameter of this conversation is.
Um, so basically, what because what I saw, the reason why I wanted to bring this up because I see all these people on Facebook and all these other social medias talking about their summer 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 bodies,
Mm-hmm.
like what like basically like what are some tips that you can do to lose like live a healthy lifestyle? Like okay, obviously yeah, eat better. Now how I do honestly, like I've been at 145, 150 for like the longest.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't eat good. I don't eat healthy all the time. If not
Mm-hmm.
like 90% of the time. But I can sneak in a salad and here and there. But how I do is like my breakfast is like the smallest meal of the day. My lunch is like two sandwiches and a yogurt. But then dinner I'm going in. So basically portions is a big key. Then obviously you gotta hit the gym at least like 3 or 4 times a week. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like during the COVID, like me and my other half, we were actually trying to go like 3 4 times a week just to make sure we stay in shape. Like other people, I saw other people in there. Like I was talking to this one dude that and he said he in there 5 times a day. 5 times a week. I'm like, bro, you what? In my head, I'm thinking like, first, what type of life do you have? But but
Some
if
people,
but
it
if the
depends
gym is
on
your
the.
life,
Go ahead.
yeah, if the gym is your life, then I guess that's where you be at. So
Yeah, we have some friends who gym is life. We know that.
yeah, shout out to our brother from another mother, um,
Exactly. Mr.
Mr.
Gerald.
21. Yeah,
Sweet fee is what they call them. So yeah, I would say since you disclosed yours, I'm gonna disclose mine. So, I went on the scale today. I'm at 267.
dang,
Uh,
267. We need to get that down, bro. Don't make me make that Delaware trip.
well, let's put it in, put it in perspective, right? I was at 284.
Oh, okay,
Let's
that's
put
a
that in perspective.
start. 20 pounds.
Yeah. So it's at 267. I have not really been going to the gym um as a preference. What I have been doing though is making sure that I eat healthy snacks like almonds and like fruit bars and like cashews. Because I also realized that my sodium intake was a bit high. So like when you were referencing about like not eating that healthy, I normally have like what I would call my petty cash or budget money. So in a 2 week span, I'm eating 4 slices of pepperoni with extra cheese.
Too much grease.
Too much grease, too much salt, right? So when you think about it from that perspective, I was like, okay, what are things that I need to actively cut out? When I realized that I had an elevated level of sodium in my system. One, drinking more water, which is something that I've struggled with in the past. Two, making sure that if I have like healthy snacks around me, I'm not grabbing for anything that's there that's not going to be beneficial for the body.
Right.
Um, Also looking at like meal prepping because Rashana and I meal prep. She does a lot of the cooking. I help her, whether it's cutting onions or whatever. I help her however I can meal prep for the week. So that way when you do go in the fridge, you're not like, oh, let me just grab whatever's in there. but I have something actively in there that's going to help me with that process. Um, Also, making sure that I cut out my caffeine because I drink caffeine in terms of like coffee, but the thing that was really um going for me was drinking a lot of soda. Like I would literally go through a drive-through sometimes at McDonald's just to get $1 large drink. No cap. This is what it is. Full disclosure. Um, so those are things that I've cut out. I I have a trip coming up. Um, and I said actively I'm not drinking any caffeine, coffee, or soda until I get on that trip. And even when I get on that trip, I'm not gonna get crazy with that. But I figured from the end of January to when my trip is should give me more than enough time.
Right. Now you would what you so what you would have to do is basically like prepare like starting now. It should have honestly been before January. Like if you trying to reach a certain weight, like
Well, that's the thing. I haven't really actively said, okay, this is the target weight I want to go to.
mm,
But
okay,
those are I just needed to like immediately cut out my system because I was realizing that it would make me sluggish, um, a little jittery, things that I should not be feeling.
because once basically I didn't want to cut you off. What you could do to get in like a routine. So like let's say you do your breakfast in the morning, the same breakfast, a bagel and some orange juice or something like that. Get your day going. Then you get eat a sandwich for lunch. You can change up your dinner. You can have like baked fish, baked chicken. No, baked fish Monday, baked chicken Tuesday, um, salad Wednesday, and then just keep on trying to eat healthy stuff like every dinner. Like
Yep.
you got it's gotta start to be like a routine. Okay. And then yeah, you can for one meal, not a whole day, but one meal, you can yeah, I'll eat a burger. But when you get
Yeah.
in there,
I had cauliflower rice, I had greens, and I had applesauce chicken.
mhm. But once you get in that routine, you ain't gonna want that burger.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, I went to one of our spots out here called Nifty Fifties, and I didn't want anything other than I didn't even end up getting a burger,
Mm.
to be honest. I had got some onion rings and 2 hot dogs. Not a great meal, but it's better than the alternative of having the bacon on the burger with the cheese and it being
Fried.
greasy
Yeah,
and the
and the onions is fried. The onion rings is fried. So
right.
yeah, I know you're trying to eliminate the fries, but I know you're not trying to be a vegan too. Like,
Exactly. So like it's a balance and you gotta give yourself grace. Like
mm-hmm.
if you slip up, okay, own the slip up, but then get back on it. Don't be like, oh, I slipped up, so I can't recover.
Because honestly, our cheat meal sometimes is a slice of cheese pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the healthiest thing in the world, but it's better than a pepperoni, sausage, the meat lovers, all that.
Yeah.
So
Because when I'm in Brooklyn and I was eating the way I was eating, I would go to my spot, Not Ray's Pizza. Shout out to Not Ray's in Brooklyn, New York, Fulton Street. Shout out to my home city. I would go up in there, get a beef patty with extra cheese and pepperoni, and turn around, get me a stuffed meat slice, and turn around and get me a pepperoni with extra cheese. Now that's a little bit crazy.
yeah, some
So with a root beer or a cream soda. That was like my meal when I went home. So
As we say, that's some fat boy stuff right there.
right, you
Mm,
can't be eating like that every day,
yeah.
clearly. But if I'm gonna have a cheat meal, that's my ideal cheat meal.
Mm. Now, now you already know how I feel about my cheesesteak. I haven't had one, no lie, since 2020,
Hmm.
and I'm actually proud of myself. Like everybody be like, "Oh, B, you always in shape." Trust me, sometimes when I'm at the gym, I be breathing all heavy, and I
Well, yeah, it's harder now too because I mean you have the different regulations that are in place, and then you're exerting all this energy. Plus, you got a mask on, which is sometimes hard to breathe because you are getting your pump in the blood in your heart racing. So I can only imagine. That's why I'm just like, for me personally, that's the reason why I'm not doing it. And now the other thing could be like, oh, well, you could do a home workout, which I could. I just haven't.
mm, but like for me, my girl, and your lady, we in the gym. So when you start, you're gonna have to try to catch up with us because we already gonna be in there. Because
That's
once
true.
once they get rid of the mask regulation, we gonna be good. We gonna be, oh, why you breathing so hard, Calvin? Because we already in the in the flow. Like you,
Well, when we went to Ocean City, like I was on the treadmill, like I was good. I was weight my lifting my weights and stuff. I was cool. But I knew I had to pace myself because I can't be running at top speed.
mm-hmm. And I bet you your other half, she probably said, all right, we're gonna do 45 minutes. You probably like, dang, I gotta try to do 30.
Well, I mean, she did say that, but I didn't really have a problem with it because I went to the pace that I needed to go to. Where I felt like I needed to pick it up, I just pick and chose my spots because I realized that I can't expect to be at the level that she's at because she's been doing it longer and she's been doing
Mm-hmm.
it more consistently. So that you gotta know where you are within that process and be honest with where you are in that process. You don't got
Mm-hmm.
nothing to prove. You trying to get healthy. You're not trying to be like you about to have the life out of your lungs. Like
Mm-hmm. It's not like you about to run a marathon. You trying to,
exactly,
I mean, the marathon is your life. Like you trying to just keep running. Like,
exactly,
mm-hmm.
exactly. So, with that being said, we have had a pleasure doing our episodes this season one. We are looking forward towards season two. Um, we're gonna be back better than ever. So look out for that. Season two will be around the corner in a few months.
Oh, oh yeah, I wanted to chime in.
Yep.
Basically, so when we come back for I I ain't want to cut off on Calvin because he shout out to him holding it down, running the show today. Appreciate it.
That's
Um, Now what we want to do is from NY Lifestyle, we do want to thank all our guests for this season. We
mm-hmm.
don't want to run down everybody. We don't want to forget nobody. We just thank y'all. Um,
Thank everybody.
um, Now in season two, we are gonna be back better than ever, like you said. We are going to start our new feature, which is going to be off of Facebook Live, so where we can get live feedback from people that are watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then um, when we come back, keep it PG because everybody mamas is watching this. Like, don't be on our shows cussing, Ronald Evans. But um, but
Love
yeah,
you, bro.
yes sir, we we do. But nah, when we see y'all, we just want to say before we leave y'all, I just want to say wear your mask and COVID will be we gonna beat COVID together.
Indeed. And
So
shout out to Lincoln University And shout out to my co-host having a vision for us even start the platform. It's just the beginning of many things to come forward.
Yes, sir. Now, um, from me and Calvin from NY Lifestyle to y'all, we just want to say, um, live a good 2021. Live your best life.
Mhm.
Stay safe. Be blessed. Holla at y'all.